Jumping. Pretty much everyone who's played Minecraft has jumped before. You probably pressed your spacebar millions of times. And if you have a working spacebar for Minecraft, you can do parkour. Parkour is something that every Minecraft player needs to know so they can play Minecraft so they won't have any struggle while getting around the world. But what are the most difficult jumps to do in Minecraft? But let's start from the beginning. If we go back to 2011, the hardest jump became the 4-block jump. It first became possible when Minecraft added spread jumping, which that was in 2011. Without any momentum, this jump could be pretty hard for the average Minecraft player. But a year later, in 2012, the new hardest Minecraft jump was born. And that, of course, is the Neo, the double Neo, and the triple Neo. The single Neo, easy enough. The double Neo is also pretty easy. But the triple Neo is still probably one of the hardest jumps to still do to this day. And sure enough, a year later, it's basically the Neo, but just harder. Not only do you need to jump around 2 blocks, you still need to go up 1 block higher. I can't do that. I can barely even do a triple Neo, so how do you expect for me to do this kind of Neo? But yet again, another year later, in 2015, it got way harder. If you can't tell, there's 2 ladders on each side. You've guessed it, it's a ladder Neo. The ladder Neo was first invented by Skyhawk. A few years later in 2016, which might seem pretty shocking to you, but they made a 5-block jump. And if you know Minecraft, you may already know that 5-block jumps are impossible. The 5-block jump is so hard, I cannot even do it. So I had to show you a video. You have to jump 5 times for you to even do the 5-block jump. Now you're probably thinking, how could it really get much worse than a 5-block jump? But yep, they made it harder. In 2017, they made the piston double triple Neo. I know, it sounds like a freaking fast food order. It is 2 triple Neos in a row. Don't think that's hard? You need to press a button, land on the piston on every jump for you to make it to the other side. There is barely any time for you to even jump. I tried to do this over 200 times and I couldn't even nail 1. So this is probably the hardest thing to do yet. But in 2018, someone named Fire Dreadlord done a Neo with fences. Because the fences are smaller than a normal block, he's jumping around almost double the distance with no momentum. I'm not even gonna try this. I tried it like 50 times and it's gonna be impossible for me to try. There's no way. In 2019, the same person, Fire Dreadlord, even made another hardest jump. That is a glass jump Neo. This is basically the same thing as the fence jump, but a glass pane is even smaller than an actual fence. And yet, this jump gets even harder. But in 2020, they made a Neo jump with using player heads. It's even harder than the pane Neo. The reason why the jump is so hard is because the player heads are so small and you have to land like basically in the middle of the block. Considering that very few players have even completed this jump, this is probably like A tier jump. This jump is really difficult. But yes, they had to make it harder. 2021 just got even crazier. In 2021, they made this, the slab to fence Neo. And now we know that a fence is smaller than a normal block, which makes this jump insanely hard, bringing us the final hardest jump in 2024. The sidewall butterfly piston Neo jump has only been completed by 1 player, named 1BMM. Starting on a piston, he needs to jump around this whole glass frame onto the player head, and as I said to the last jumps, the player head is way smaller than a normal block. Yeah, that's probably the most ridiculous jump I've ever seen. And those are the most hardest jumps in Minecraft history. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later.